किशोर प्रभु की जय, हर ग्रेस सहल्या माता जी की जय, सांवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, अमृत प्रभु की जय. He is our Sarathi. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for today's very special festival today. What is this festival? Ram Navami. Ram Navami. The appearance of Lord Sri Ram. And we are very, very fortunate. We are very, very fortunate today that we have among us His Grace Krishna Kishore Prabhu. He is a very, very special, dynamic personality. Right? So if you ask me, we look for our role models, aren't we? So sometimes we look forward that who should I look forward? So then if when you hear him actually, because you don't know yet him, but because I know him, so therefore I have a fortune to say something about him. That he is a person who you will say that I look forward for him as a role model, very special person. He is a blessed born devotee in a family of devotees, 1994, so very young in age, but lot of baggage of his devotion services for his Gurudev, for Sri Prabhupada. So he joined, he got attracted to this movement in 2007. So how many years after? How many, what was his age when he was attracted to Sri Prabhupada? 13. How many of us 13 here? So we can look forward to him, right? So 30 years since then, he is now attracted to the movement, and then finally got the blessing of his Gurudev, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. He is in a spiritual realm right now. So he served him as his secretary, moving with him for 4 years. He was a computer science graduate. He started working, but then the heart of the calling from the heart said, okay, now full time go Krishna. So then Prabhu started his journey to only glorify Krishna within the India, outside India. So today we have a very good fortune that we'll hear from him. And Her Grace Sahalya Mataji is helping him for all his preaching activities. So I think let's welcome them by together chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada की जय, समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय. हिंदी में या इंग्लिश में? English? Okay. So, although Prabhu was saying so many good things, but we don't have any personal qualification. Just like an iron piece comes in contact of a touchstone, it becomes gold. So it's not qualification of iron particle, but it's qualification of touchstone. So in the same way, we don't have any qualification. But when we come in contact with our spiritual personality, spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, then they create fortune for us. In fact, Srila Prabhupada was even asked that, Prabhupada, what is our qualification that we are receiving this process of Krishna consciousness? And Prabhupada said, you don't have any qualification, I created your qualification. So in the same way, in my life also, I was just a village boy. I am from a small village, no big qualification, no inclination to spiritual life, but devotees somehow gave me shelter. And my spiritual master asked me a question. He said, you want to become a devotee or you want a career? It's difficult to answer now. Generally we ask how to balance both. It's having echo. Can reduce. So generally we have this understanding, balancing both career and devotional life. But he didn't give me any choice. He said, what do you want? You want a good career or you want to be a devotee? So I said, Guru Maharaj, I want to be a devotee. Next year I met him, he said, you want to be a Shudra or you want to be a Brahmana? So I said, don't want to become a Shudra, Guru. I said, don't work for outside world. So, okay. So that's how he saved me from this world. So all glories to his lotus feet. So we'll start with Mangalacharan. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Vedati Swapanaptikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagranarupanam Sajivam Savritam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagaganalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavasi Vachakaleshwarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauraviche Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gauranga Radhe Vrindavameshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamini Hari Priye Vamcha Kalparubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Is it okay? Sound is okay? Is the sound? You can hear? Okay. Hari Bol. I am very grateful and very happy to be here today. And this is my first time in Netherlands, first time in Europe, and I'm seeking blessings of all Vaishnavas, seeking blessings of all Vaishnavas for this service. As few days before we celebrated Ram Navami, so we are just trying to focus on the divine qualities of Lord Ram. Krishna is very complicated character. His pastimes are very complicated. Even to call Krishna is difficult, Ram is easy. Every pastime Krishna has so many, complications that people still question about his activities. There is a famous religious leader, political leader in India, whose picture come in the currency of India. So he used to say that I believe that Krishna who preaches Bhagavad Gita, but I don't believe that Krishna who dances with the gopis. Very difficult to understand his character. In Bhagavad Gita he tells, Yad Yad Acharati Sreshta Tat Tat Eve Taro Janaha. As great people act, general populace follow. But he himself does things which nobody can follow. He dances with gopis, he kidnaps Rukmani, he kidnaps Mitravinda, who happened to be his own cousin. So many things. He ran away from battlefield. So many lies since childhood. Stealing at different places. So complicated leelas, pastimes. So we have to follow what Krishna teaches, but we can't follow what Krishna acts. On the other hand, Lord Ramachandra, his whole life itself is a teaching. When Lord does his pastimes, it's like a drama. And drama has two different purposes. One, of course, is entertainment, because We like to see good things, we like to entertain ourselves, and Lord's pastimes are most entertaining because it can directly entertain the soul, not just mind or intelligence. But second purpose of Lord's pastimes are they have some lessons in it, they have some teachings in it. And in this regard, Lord Ramchandra's pastimes are such that every act he does, every word he speaks is a teaching. That is Lord Ramchandra, Maryada Purushottam. And when we reflect on his qualities, when we reflect on his teachings, we learn a lot. And therefore Ramayana is actually a book in which not only Lord Ram, but every character is teaching us so many important lessons. It's a very important book. And maybe that is the reason in India it's the most popular book. People may not know Bhagavad Gita, but they know Ramayana. They can tell story of Ramayana by heart. That's the glory of Ramayana. And each character carries so many teachings. Like Lord Ram himself is Maryada Purushottam, but even others, they are sacrificing so much for establishing proper conduct as a son, as a brother, as wife, as citizens, as servants. Everyone is so idle. That is Ramayana. So as much as we go deep in Ramayana, we learn so many wonderful things. And actually, in today's world, when we hear these stories, they look like fairy tales. Even we don't believe this happened or not, because they are so idle. Father tells Lord Ram, go to the forest, and he goes for 14 years. Nowadays, not possible. Gaurgopal Prabhu, he tells one joke. He tells when little children, they come to mother, they say, Mama, Mama, I love you. Mama becomes very happy. Yes, beta, I also love you. When they grow up, maybe in school, 5th grade, 6th grade, they come, Mama, I love you. They said, yes. How much money you need, tell me. Then when they go to college, they say, Mama, we love you. He said, yes, tell me which girl you want to marry. And then they grow further. When they become middle-aged, mother is very old, they come, Mama, Mama, we love you. He said, I will not sign any papers. I know why you are coming to me. So in material world is very difficult. Love is rare. Sacrifice is rare. But Ramayana teaches us what is the basis, foundation of all relationships. Is love and trust, love, care, sacrifice. Like Lakshman, Valmiki describes what is Lakshman. Lakshman means one who is Lakshmi Sampanna, who has lot of wealth. Now what wealth Lakshman has? Lakshman has wealth of service. Without service, love cannot grow. Without service, love is simply in words, not in action. Actually, service is expression of love. And therefore, before Srila Prabhupada, whenever this term bhakti was translated into English, it was translated as devotion. But Srila Prabhupada used the word devotional service. Because if there is love, that means it has to be expressed through service. Why devotees work so hard? They work more than anybody. Sometimes reporters would ask Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, why you don't work? Prabhupada would say, we work more than you. 24 hours a day. And that too in age of 70 without any holiday. People look for holiday, right? Some countries 1 day holidays, some countries 2 days holidays, 3 days holidays in a week. But in Krishna consciousness, there is no holiday. Devotees work day and night. Why? They love Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yome, Bhaktya, Priyachati. And one of our acharyas were describing this, that here the word Toyam doesn't mean water. Here Toyam means sweat. Krishna wants his devotees to sweat. They have to work hard for Krishna. You remember Damodar Leela? How Mother Yashoda was trying so hard to catch Krishna. And there Sukadeva Goswami writes that Drishta Parashramam, by seeing the hard work of Mother Yashoda, Krishna said, okay, mind me. Krishna wants to see his devotees that they are working hard to please him. Krishna becomes very pleased. And Lakshman has that wealth of service. Until we have that wealth of service, we can't get association of Lord Ram. Lakshman got maximum association of Lord Ram because he was carrying that service attitude. Now Bharat. Bharat means Bhar Bahati iti Bharat. Bharat word comes from the root burden. One who can carry burden for the Lord. Again, what burden? Burden of responsibilities. When we are very neophyte in spiritual life, that time we want to ask from Lord. Right? There are so many religions we ask from Lord. Lord, please give us our daily bread. And we were discussing, we were traveling together, Shelly, and we were discussing, we can't eat bread alone. So we'll ask for Lord, please give us daily bread and butter. Both. So there may be many prayers that, Lord, we want this, we want that. But actually, as we grow in our spiritual life, we take responsibility for the Lord. And that is more connectivity to the Lord. Like Hanumanji. Lord Ram was searching Sita himself. We know this past time when Sita was kidnapped by Ravan. Lord Ram was so much affected that he was asking trees, where is my Sita? He was asking birds, he was asking animals, where is Sita? He was crying like a madman. But then when Hanumanji came, and when they created this division of teams, one team will go to the north, one will go east, west, south. Every monkey came to Lord Ram, and Lord Ram personally embraced each monkey. And Lord Ram said, okay, please take care of yourself, you are going to search Sita in difficult areas. But when Hanuman came, Hanuman comforted Lord Ram. He said, my dear Lord, now you don't worry, I'll go search. This is love. We don't just become burden on Lord, we share burden of Lord. That is love, that is devotion. And therefore we see Vrindavan Vasis, they don't consider Krishna as God, they consider Krishna as their own child. Mother Yashoda really feels that if she will not feed Krishna, Krishna will die. That is her feeling. So devotion is not simply about asking things from Krishna. Devotion means what we can do for the Lord. That is Bhar Bahati, taking burden of responsibility for Lord. And therefore we see our Acharyas. They achieved so much for Krishna. They achieved so much for Lord Ram. Srila Prabhupada, all over the world, he distributed this Krishna consciousness. And who was only worshipped within India, Srila Prabhupada took him all over the world. That is Lord, and that is devotee. That is relationship between devotee and Lord. One time in New York City, Brahmananda Prabhu told Srila Prabhupada that Srila Prabhupada, you are telling us to distribute this Back to Godhead magazine, but nobody wants to even staple the papers which came from printing. So the magazines came from printers, but they had to be stapled and folded before they were distributed. So he said, Prabhupada, I asked everybody, nobody in temple wants to even staple them. And you are asking us to go and distribute them? Not possible. Prabhupada said, oh, you asked everybody, but you never asked me. I'll staple them. And founder Acharya of ISKCON sat on floor stapling magazines Back to God. And not a new thing for him. He did it himself for all these years. 1944 he started it single-handedly and distributed it personally. Wrote, printed, carried, individually tried his best to distribute Back to Godhead magazine. This is Bharvati, taking responsibility. That we learn from Bharat. Even in absence of Lord Ram, he was prepared to take full responsibility of Ayodhya. See, one thing is living with Lord Ram, that Lakshman did. But even in separation, Bharat served Lord Ram. Both examples are shining bright. And then we have Shatrughna. Shatru means enemy. And Gna means to destroy. Shatrughna means destroyer of enemies. Now, how many enemies really Shatrughna killed? You have any example? How many demons Shatrughna killed? Only one. Lavanaswar in Mathura, only one demon Shatrughna killed. But his name is Shatrughna. Why? Because he killed very powerful demons. External demons we can kill, but internal demons, very difficult to kill. They are lust, greed, anger, pride, illusion, envy. Very difficult to overcome. Externally, people may conquer the whole world, but then these anarthas overpower them. And more than that, for a spiritualist, there are another kind of demons. desire for worship, desire for distinction, desire for name and fame. These are even greater enemies. And these all enemies were killed by Shatrughna. Meaning, although he was not as close to Lord Ram like Lakshman, he was not also in limelight like Bharat, but he was serving Bharat as servant of the servant, keeping all his pride, name, fame, everything aside, just for the service of Lord Ram. This is Shatrughna. Many times we want to do services which are very prominent. Like one time a new Bhakta joined temple and the temple commander was showing him around. Which service you want to do? So he took him to the pujari room, he took him to the kitchen, he took him into the garden, he took him to the book distribution department, every department he took. And then finally he saw, this new Bhakta saw, in one room some people are sitting and one devotee is giving lecture. He said, this service I like the most. I want to do this service. Why? It gives some prominence, it gives some respect and distinction. But Shatrughna took away all those desires and he was serving Lord Ram as servant of the servant. These are characters of Ramayana, very special. So we will go to the special scene when Lord Ram was going to the forest. Very heart-touching scene because Lord, who is the master of Lakshmi, who is master of all opulence, who is worshipped with all opulence, was asked to leave Ayodhya and go to the forest. Just because one person wanted that he should not be the king. And not even Kekai, that was Manthara. Mantra symbolizes bad association. We are not bad, but we become bad in bad association. Right? Yesterday we were discussing at one program about Duvida Gorilla, who came to Lord Balaram. He was in Lord Ramchandra's army, but because of bad association, he became almost like a demon. And Lord Balaram killed him. So the thing is, in bad association, Kekai, who would love Lord Ram more than her life, became enemy of Lord Ram. And she asked for these boons, that Ram should go to the forest for 14 years and Bharat will become the king. And Lord Ram is such gentle person that he was not affected at all with this punishment. Actually it is punishment that he has to go to the forest. But he was not affected at all. He had same gentle smile. When he was told that you will become the king, he had that same gentle smile on his face. And when he was told you are not becoming the king, you have to go to the forest, he had same gentle smile on his face. That is Sthita Pragya. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells, what is Sthita Pragya? Who is unaffected by external things. That is Lord Ram. And when Kaushalya came to know, she was so much in anxiety. She told Ram, you know what's going to happen with you? And Ram said, yes, my father has given me greater kingdom than Ayodhya. What is that? Ayodhya was limited to a city, but now he has given me kingdom of forests. That is Lord Ram. He prepared to leave. Lakshman also came and Lakshman was so angry. He said, immediately I'll put Dasharath into prison. I'll kill Manthara. I'll adjust everything. Ram, you don't worry. I'll make you the king. And Ram said, no, you just cool down. We don't have to do anything like that. And Lord Ram asked Lakshman, Lakshman, tell me, when you go to the forest, who live in the forest? Sages live in the forest. And how you get association of sages? After doing so many thousands and thousands of pious activities, you get some association of saintly personalities. And Kekai is so merciful unto us that she is giving abundance of sadhu sangha in forest. So we should be grateful to Kekai. We should not have animosity to Kekai. He changed complete perception of Lakshman. Then Sita also told, I also want to go. And Ram said, no, you are not going with us because it's very difficult to go in the forest. I have heard from Janak Maharaj that you are so soft that from childhood you never placed your foot on ground. Sita was raised with such care that she never placed her foot on ground. Meaning, she always placed her foot on either some cloth or some flowers or some soft object, never on bare ground. And Sita said, yes, I also heard the same from Kaushalya mother, that you are also like that. You are also Hansa Kumar. You also never placed your foot on bare ground. So we both go together. So like that, all three of them, Lord Ram, Mother Sita and Lakshman, starts to depart from Ayodhya. And it is told that when they were traveling to forest, whoever took their darshan, just by seeing them walking in the forest, they were free from the bondage of birth, old age, disease and death. Why? Because this is the most compassionate act Lord is carrying. He is going in forest not because he was sent in exile. Lord is not bound in any material things. But he is going in the forest to deliver the conditioned souls. And this act of compassion is so powerful that it can inundate the whole world. We see Srila Prabhupada was living in Radha Damodar temple so nicely. How many of you went to Vrindavan? Yes. How you feel while leaving Vrindavan? You feel nice?
No.
How you feel while leaving Mayapur?
Sad.
Right? Now imagine us, we are sadhakas, we struggle in our devotional life and staying 2-3 days, 5 days in a dham and leaving from there we feel bad. How Srila Prabhupada must be feeling while leaving Vrindavan? He is a pure devotee. He was living right in Radha Damodar temple, which is place for rasa pastimes of Krishna. And he was leaving that place. Even he writes in his diary, Jaladuta, he writes in diary that I am missing Vrindavan. I am missing Radha Damodar, I am missing Radha Govinda, I am missing Gopinathji. My only solace is reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. And when he reaches to America on 17 September 1965, he places his foot on the land of America and he sees condition of America. He writes one prayer to Krishna. And what he writes in that prayer? Krishna, why you have brought me in this Ugra place? We become happy, oh America! And especially for Indians, if they get B1, B2 visa, they feel like they are going to heaven. And if they get green card, means they have become demigods themselves. But Prabhupada is writing, why you have brought me to this Ugra place? This place is so sinful. Everybody is covered with Rajoguna, Rajas and Tamas. And you have brought me here? I am sure you must have some purpose. I am like puppet in your hands. Please make me dance. That is Srila Prabhupada. And actually, Prabhupada is fighting with Krishna in that song. If you read that song, Prabhupada is saying that Krishna, because of your desire, all these living entities are suffering. Now we know why we are suffering. Are we suffering because of Krishna? Krishna always was happy to be with us in the spiritual world, but we fought with Krishna and came back to this world. And Prabhupada is telling Krishna that Krishna, because of you, they are suffering. Why? Because if Krishna would have not allowed us to leave him, we would have never left him. So Prabhupada is saying, because of you, they are suffering. Now it's your responsibility to bring them back to you. That is compassion of Srila Prabhupada. He left. And not only he went to America, but he extended his compassion to all over the world. That is his compassion. One time one devotee told Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, it's enough. Don't travel now. You are very old now. You station in one place. You can just be in one place. Don't travel now. It's too difficult for you. And Prabhupada said, boy, Prabhupada used this expression, boy, if I stop traveling, you would not come to Krishna consciousness. Because I am traveling, you are coming to Krishna consciousness. It's compassion of Srila Prabhupada. So this is great souls like Lord Ramchandra, Srila Prabhupada. They travel only because inspiring others in Krishna consciousness. Finally, Lord Ramchandra comes to the hermit of sage Bharadwaj. These are the great sages. They are called Prajapatis. Prajapatis means they were our real forefathers. And even now in Vedic terms, we have surnames called Gotras. Some are Bharadwaj, some are Garga, some are these different sages, Vashishta. All these are sages who are Prajapatis. They are the beginners, they are the forefathers of human society. One time one boy asked his mother, Mother, who are our forefathers? From where we came? Mother told, we came from great sages and ultimately we came from Krishna. So boy wanted to double check. He went to the father. Asked, Papa, from where we came? Papa was worshipper of Darwin. He said, Darwin says we came from the monkeys. Now the boy was confused. We came from sages or we came from monkeys? So he went back to the mother. He said, Mama, from where we came? We came from monkeys or we came from the sages? Papa says monkey, you say sages? She said, yes, both are right. My family came from the sages and your father's family came from the monkeys. No, we all came from the sages. They are our forefathers. And ultimately, Krishna is Prapitamaha. He is the source of all living entities. So Lord Ramachandra, although he is the source of sages, but his humility, he offers respects to Bharadwaj. And he asks Bharadwaj Rishi that I want a place where I can live alone. And this is another teaching that when you practice spiritual life, you have to learn to live alone. You can't practice Krishna consciousness being between all kind of material friends, material society, material relatives. It's very difficult. We have to have our sacred space where we get time to chant our rounds. We need to have our sacred space where we can read Shastras. We don't have to become too busy that we don't have time for our spiritual life. One time one devotee was discussing with me and he was saying, Prabhuji, he's a very successful businessman. And he said, I want to open a school. I said, very nice. First tell me what time you are completing your 16 rounds. He said, that I complete by midnight. I said, already you have a successful business. You are earning sufficiently. Your family is nicely situated. And you are already struggling to complete your rounds. You are going by midnight. And opening another venture, how you will give time to your spiritual duties? We have time for everything but not our spiritual duties. That's not our spiritual life. Spiritual life means prioritizing Krishna. We give priority to Krishna first. That yes, best part of my day offered to Krishna. Morning time to Krishna. If I have holiday, it's with Krishna. If I have any time, that is with Krishna. Like sometimes in India, we get this very nice mangoes from Ratnagiri. They're the best mangoes of India. Imagine you get first mango of the season. And when you get that mango, only one mango, okay? And you got that mango, what you will do? Of course, devotees will offer it first. But then what we will do? What we do with the mango? We'll eat it, right? But it's only one mango. Will you share? Will you share? Actually not. Only one mango of the season, very rare, very sweet, your favorite. You go in the room, you lock the room, start eating. And as you prepare to start eating, you're just going to put first slice in your mouth. Somebody knocks the door. What will happen? What we will do? Oh, we'll eat fast. That's one thing. Or maybe we will just hide it and then we'll open the door and say, what do you want? Oh, I forgot my towel. Take it. And we'll give towel, again close the door and we again start eating. Right? This is eagerness. In the same way, we find out time for Krishna consciousness. Whatever responsibilities come, we finish it completely. Fast. And then we take out time. Okay, this time for Krishna. Sometimes this happens to many grihasthas, and I many times discuss this, that when they were not married, they were still busy, right? When we were not married, we were busy or we were free? Yes, Prabhuji? We were busy. We got married. How we got time for our wife? We prioritized it, right? Now, husband and wife, they are there, they're still busy. When they get their first child, how they take out time for the child? Priority. Then they get second child, how they get time for the second child? Priority. We were always busy. Even small children, they are busy. You ask them, can you do this? Oh, we are busy. Everybody is busy. But then we prioritize our things. So Lord Ram is asking Bharadwaj, we want some space where we can stay alone and focus on our spiritual duties. That should be our focus. So Bharadwaj tells that you can go to Chitrakoot. Chitrakoot is very beautiful. And Lord Ram, when he enters in Chitrakoot, he starts to appreciate Chitrakoot. He says, Sita, look at these trees. They are loaded with fruits and flowers, and therefore these trees are bending down. Similarly, saintly personalities who have a lot of qualities, they become humble, they bend down. Look at this beautiful nature, look at these rivers, look at these ponds. And then Lakshman told, you're not talking about animals. Lord Ram said, no, not animals now. Because I've discussed about deers with Sita now, she will get kidnapped right away. You have some time in it. So not discussing about animals. But Lord Ramachandra was describing the beauty of Chitrakoot. And then Sita asked, why especially you are glorifying Chitrakoot? Why so special in Chitrakoot? Lord Ram said two things. One is, it is untouched by common men. Because the moment common man enters, it starts exploiting everything. Right? One time a person went to forest for attending to nature's call. You understand nature's call? Morning duties. You can't miss that call. It's the only call nobody can miss. So he went to forest to attend nature's call. He did whatever shit he wanted to do. Came back. Actually he was walking back and he was holding to his nose. Shh, such a bad thing. He's smelling so bad. Now the thing started to reply back. He said, till yesterday we were samosas, kachoris, gulab jamuns, puris. In your association we became like that. This is modern man. Exploits everything. Wherever he will go, he'll exploit. So Lord Ramchandra says, this forest is special because it is untouched by materialistic people. And second is, because of the presence of sages, this place has become a tirtha. What is a tirtha? What is a holy place? Holy place is where devotees live. If devotees come together and they remember Lord, even in hell, that hell will become the holy place. Srila Prabhupada created so many holy places. When Srila Prabhupada was in Hawaii, Prabhupada was walking with his disciples. Hari. He's not happy with the concept of making holy places in Netherlands. So Prabhupada was walking with his disciples in Hawaii. And Prabhupada was appreciating their service. Prabhupada said, you all are serving so nicely. Krishna will become so pleased with you that in next life you will take birth in India. And devotees were not very happy to hear that. Because those disciples of Srila Prabhupada went to India, they had a hard time in India. Heat of India, and then people, as soon as they see foreign devotees, they 10 rupees thing, they will tell 1,000 rupees, and they were cheating and so many things. So they were not having nice experience of visiting India. So Prabhupada could see that devotees are not happy with this blessing. So devotees saw Prabhupada, India. Prabhupada said, okay, wherever we have ISKCON temple, you will take birth there. And I assure you, you will get more result than being born in India than having association of ISKCON temple anywhere in the world. That is speciality of devotee association. Narad Muni asked Krishna, that Krishna, where do you live? You live in Vaikuntha? He said, no. Naham tishtami Vaikuntha. I don't live in Vaikuntha. I don't live in the heart of the yogis. I live where my devotees come together and remember me, chant my holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That is the speciality of devotee association. Even in forest, Lord Ramachandra is feeling this is the best part of the world because there is sages, there devotee association. And then he comes to meet Valmiki, another wonderful devotee. Valmiki is such a powerful sage that he wrote this Ramayana without seeing it from his material eyes. Just by his vision, he wrote whole Ramayana. We know this pastime how one time Narad Muni comes to Valmiki and there is a discussion that how somebody can have all the qualities in one place, that is Lord Ram. Somebody can be very beautiful but then they can be proud. Somebody can be very learned but they can be insensitive. Somebody can be very sensitive but they may not be knowing Shastras. There can be many combinations, but there is very rare that all qualities come into one person. And that is Lord Ram. And when there were discussion like that, Valmiki asked Narad Muni that can we get this pastimes of Lord Ram? Narad Muni said, soon you will get that blessing. And then Narad Muni disappears. Valmiki goes for Sandhya Vandan to the river and he sees two birds mating there, and hunter kills one of the birds, other bird also dies. And that time Valmiki curses the hunter. And the way that curse came out from his mouth was the best of the poetry. And he was feeling ashamed. And why did I curse this hunter? He came back to ashram. Brahma comes down. And then Brahma assures Valmiki, you know, the words which came from your mouth were arrangement of the Lord. They are the best poetry. Actually, compositions, glorification of the Lord, even though it may be done irregularly according to populace of this world, is still best of the literatures because it is dealing with glorification of the Lord. So you just start to write glorification of Lord Ram. And Valmiki said, where will I get all information? He said, don't worry, Lord will appear in your heart. So Valmiki not only wrote the pastimes which already happened, he also wrote pastimes which were happening that time, and he also wrote pastimes which would happen in the future. So that was Valmiki. So when Lord Ram came to him, with all humility, Lord Ram bowed down in front of Valmiki. And he said, sages like you are the knower of past, present and future. Whole world is on your hand just like a fruit, as if you are controlling the whole world. That is power of sages. Actually, Mother Earth is giving grains because there are still some pure devotees on this planet. Sun and moon are doing their duties because still there are some devotees on this planet. Otherwise, Mother Nature would have killed everybody long back. We feel sometimes that, oh, so many sinful activities, then also why Lord is not doing anything? Because still there are some devotees. One Prahlad is enough for Lord. Even though so many demons may be roaming around, one devotee is enough for the Lord. So therefore, Lord is glorifying Valmiki. And then Valmiki and Lord Ram has a very beautiful conversation. But another wonderful teaching here is, Valmiki doesn't write in detail about this conversation in his own Ramayana. Why? Why is that? Because in Vedic culture, one doesn't glorify himself. It is considered to be a suicide if somebody glorify himself. Even Lord doesn't glorify himself much. Although Bhagavad Gita is 700 verses, but Bhagavatam is 18,000 verses. When devotees glorify Lord, that's like 10-20 times more. Lord doesn't speak about himself more. There is a description of Balaram going on different holy places. You know, when Kurukshetra battle was fought, Balaram didn't participate in that war. And Balaram went on different holy places. But he didn't go to Jagannath Puri. He went to all holy places except Jagannath Puri. Why? Because the only temple that time where Balaram was worshipped on altar was Jagannath Puri. And he was not wanting to see himself being worshipped on the altar. Therefore he skipped Jagannath Puri and went to all other holy places. This is Vedic culture, where one does not glorify himself. In fact, in Mahabharata there is another beautiful story. One time, Yudhishthira Maharaj felt little tired in the battle and he came back to his camp. Now Arjuna saw Yudhishthira came back to his camp, so he was worried that is Yudhishthira wounded or something. So Arjuna also followed, came back to the camp. When Arjuna came to the camp, Yudhishthira became so angry. He said, you coward, why did you come? I came because I was tired, but you came because you were fearful of Karna. You are so coward, you are so coward that you should leave your bow. you should give up your Gandiva bow. Now the problem was, Arjuna took a vow that whoever would tell him to leave his Gandiva bow, he will kill him. So he prepared to kill Yudhishthira Maharaj. Now is the problem, because if king will be killed, they will lose battle within themselves. Kauravas don't have to even endeavor, they will lose the battle. So Krishna had to come. Krishna said, what is the problem? Tell me. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, see, I told him to give up the bow, and he had taken the vow that he has to kill anybody who will tell him to give up the bow. So Arjuna is killing me, I am also ready, Arjuna is also ready. Krishna said, no, we cannot lose this battle. I somehow encouraged Arjuna to fight to win this battle, and now you are killing yourself, each other. I cannot let it happen. So Krishna says, in Vedic culture, if somebody criticizes you, that is as good as death. So Arjuna criticized Yudhishthira. Now whatever Arjuna had for all these years, he started to speak. Because of you, we lost that game of dice. Because of you, Draupadi was disrespected. Because of you, we had to go to the forest. Because of you, today this battle. Everything he spoke. Krishna said, okay Arjuna, enough, now okay. But now Arjuna became so sad, and he was repenting that why he criticized Arjuna, he criticized Yudhishthira, that Arjuna said, now I will commit suicide because I have disrespected my elder brother. Now another problem, he saved Yudhishthira, but now he wants to kill himself. So Krishna said, Arjuna, I have a solution for this also. In Vedic culture, if you glorify yourself, that is suicide. So now you glorify yourself. So now Arjuna started to glorify himself. Actually, I won Draupadi. These 4 guys got her, in this discount rate. And then I got all weapons from heaven, and I am the real warrior. And Krishna said, okay, enough. Now it's okay. As good as suicide. So in Vedic culture, criticism means death. And glorifying oneself is suicide. So although he is meeting Lord Ram, and there was beautiful conversation between Valmiki and Lord Ram, he didn't mention that meeting in detail in his own Ramayana. But other sages have described it in their Ramayans. If we meet Prime Minister of the country, we will be the first person to put it on our social media. But Valmiki didn't do that. He was running away from name, fame, glory. And other sages have described, like in Adhyatma Ramayana, it is described that Valmiki tells Lord Ram that, my dear Lord, I know your potency. You are so great that even though you came to me now, but your mercy reached me years back in the form of your holy name. Just by chanting your holy name, I became sage Valmiki from dacoit Ratnakar. Valmiki was a dacoit in previous life, in his previous occupation. And Narad Muni came and told him, you chant Ram. But he said, I cannot chant Ram. He said, okay, you chant Mara. Mara means death. He said, Mara, 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 Mara. It became Ram. And see the power of holy name. Even chanting reverse, he got so purified, he became sage Valmiki. So we can never judge anybody. There is a saying that every sinner has a future and every saint has a past. We cannot judge anybody. Who is coming from what background is not important. Important is how much they have taken shelter of Lord's holy name. And that is Valmiki. And then Lord Ram asked that, my dear Valmiki Rishi, please give us a place where we can stay and where we do not disturb the other sages. Lord Ram is not saying we don't get disturbed by others. He is saying where we stay alone and we don't disturb anybody else. Please tell us a place like that. And Valmiki says, okay, you are asking me this place where you can stay. You know who is standing next to you? Mother Sita. She is the source of Maya Devi. She is source of whole illusory energy. Means whole world is functioning by her will. And you are asking me place to stay. And who is standing this side? Lakshman. Who is Ananta Sesh? Ananta Sesh is holding all universe on the hoods. And you are asking place from me to stay. Actually, my Lord, if you really want a place to stay, first you tell me where you are not present. First you tell me that place where you are not present. And once you tell me the place where you are not present, I can figure out where you can stay. So Lord Ram said, I know you are very intelligent, but actually please tell us one place to stay where I can stay along with Lakshman and Sita during this exile period. And then Valmiki gives wonderful description where Lord can stay. So I'll tell now 15 points and I will expect you remember all 15. Okay? At the end of it, we will ask one point from each devotee. Okay? Ready? Okay? First place, Lord Ram, you should stay in the hearts of those devotees who are always eager to hear your katha. That's the first place. And he's comparing these ears of devotees like ocean. Ocean is never satisfied. Even gallons and gallons of water is pumped in by so many rivers every second. Then also ocean never overflows. Why? Ocean is always eager to receive more and more waters. In the same way, devotees are always eager to hear more and more and more about Krishna. When Parikshit Maharaj was hearing this Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami, 3.5 days passed. And after 3.5 days, Sukadeva Goswami told one simple pastime in 3-4 verses. There was Krishna. He appeared in the family of Yadus. He did nice pastimes. He went to Dwarka and he married 16,108 wives. And then he went back to Godhead. Hari Bol. Katha finished. And then Parikshit Maharaj said, what did you do? I was waiting to hear this katha only, in detail. And you finished it in like 3-4 lines. Please describe in Vistarat, in detail. You should describe this katha in detail. I want to hear this katha only. Then Parikshit Maharaj asked, Sukadeva Goswami asked, Parikshit, are you not thirsty? 3.5 days you are hearing without any break. Are you not thirsty? And Sukadeva Goswami made sure, because when Parikshit Maharaj was thirsty, he put dead snake in the neck of Samik Rishi. And he was thirsty only for few hours. And now he is thirsty for 3.5 days. Maybe he'll put a live snake in neck of Sukadeva Goswami. So Sukadeva Goswami made sure, you want a break? You want to drink some water? He said, no. The nectar which I am drinking every moment on hearing the glories of Lord is superior to any other nourishment of this world. So please continue reciting this wonderful pastimes of the Lord. That is a devotee. For long hours, we should have habit of hearing. Prabhupada was in Hyderabad and Srila Prabhupada saw there are very few devotees in Bhagavatam class. And Prabhupada asked, where are the devotees? And devotees said, Prabhupada, they are going for different services. Somebody is cleaning, somebody is cooking, somebody is doing this, that. And Prabhupada said, we can hire workers for services, but we cannot hire devotees to hear Krishna Katha. Devotees need to have this eagerness to hear. Every day, Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. Outside world, we have Bhagavad Saptah, 7 days, people come together, they will cry tears, and after 7 days, they are as it is in their lives. Prabhupada said, yes, you may hear 7 days, but after 7 days also continue hearing. Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. Every day. My dear Lord, stay in the hearts of devotees who are always eager to hear your glories. Second, stay in the heart of those devotees who are always eager to see your beautiful form. That is like a Chataka bird. There is a bird called Chataka who only drinks water from the clouds. Even if you give Ganges water, Chataka bird will not drink that water. It will die thirsty, but only drink water from the clouds. That is the beauty of Lord. And devotee only want to see that beauty. One time Srila Prabhupada was arriving in an airport. And as you must have seen videos, devotees would go welcoming Srila Prabhupada. Right to the gate, to the airport, that bridge, Arrow Bridge, they would gather there. So a new Bhakta joined temple. So he also went. And as Prabhupada was coming out, devotees were jumping, Jaya Prabhupada, they would play kirtan, dance, everything. And this Bhakta was also jumping up and down. And as Prabhupada came, just behind Srila Prabhupada, there was a beautiful girl walking. And somehow this new Bhakta, this new devotee who joined temple maybe a few days back, he happened to see through Prabhupada this beautiful girl. And he forgot that he's staring on that girl. And Prabhupada noticed it. In midst of all these devotees jumping up and down, Prabhupada came right in front of that devotee. And Prabhupada said, isn't she beautiful, right? And then what he will do? He said, yes, Prabhupada. And what Prabhupada said, if the creation is so beautiful, imagine how beautiful Creator must be. And if you really want to see something, see beauty of Krishna. You will never get attracted to anybody else. Another time, Upendra Prabhu, Prabhupada's servant, he was getting attracted to different, he was actually searching some girls to marry and this and that, and you disturbed mind. Prabhupada noticed it. So Prabhupada took his hand and brought him to the window. There was on first floor temple. Took him to the window and he said, look at this street. So many beautiful girls walking. You can take anyone. But if you want Krishna, he's very costly. Krishna is so costly that he wants exclusive love. Nobody else. He doesn't want any sharing. In this world, you can share your love. But Krishna wants exclusive love. That is Krishna. If you love him 1%, he will also reciprocate 1%. But if you love him 100%, he will give himself to the devotee. And that is here. My dear Lord, those who are attracted to you and you alone, please stay in their heart. And he's so beautiful. Actually, it is told that each part of Lord Ram and Lord Krishna is so beautiful that if we take darshan of that particular part, we don't need to take darshan of other parts of Lord. Sometimes we do this video call on WhatsApp. You experience that? And some elderly people who are not very experienced, sometimes they bring phone too close to them just to hear. You experience that? And then you see their nose. Sometimes you see their ear. And you also see the dirt inside the ear. And then we have to tell, please switch off your video and talk on normal phone. Right? So our limbs are not beautiful. But Lord, every limb of Lord is so beautiful. Just looking at Lord's lotus feet, devotees have wrote so many prayers. Why? Because they were so attracted to Lord's lotus feet that they could not go up. They could not go to other limbs. He's so beautiful. When Lord Ramchandra came to the forest, Surpanaka got attracted to Lord Ram. You know this pastime. Surpanaka was so attracted that she didn't even care to change her get-up. Ladies are very concerned how they are dressed. But Surpanaka was so attracted to Lord Ram, she went as is, as a demoness. She went there in front of Lord Ram. And she starts to propose Lord Ram. She says, in this creation, Creator has made most beautiful men in form of you. And Brahma became very happy. He said, wow, she is appreciating me. Although Brahma never created Ram. Ram created Brahma. And the most beautiful woman Creator has created is me. And we both should marry. Ram said, no problem, but you see, Sita is with me, but Lakshman is alone, you can try on Lakshman. And then Surpanaka goes to Lakshman. And Lakshman says, actually see, I am servant of Lord Ram. If you marry me, you also have to become servant of Sita. So better you go back to Ram. Like that they were playing football with Surpanaka. To and fro, to and fro. Finally she became very, very angry. And she said, if Sita is problem, I'll kill Sita. And she attacked Sita. Lakshman took care of her, cut off her nose and ears. But even Lord respected that attraction of Surpanaka. That in next life, this Surpanaka became Kubja. And when Krishna went to Mathura, Krishna addressed Kubja as Sundari, the most beautiful one. And Krishna caught hold of Kubja, placed one foot of him on Kubja's feet, gave her a jerk, chiropractic, and such a beautiful form Kubja got that she became the most beautiful woman in the world. And Krishna fulfilled all her desires. So even somebody is attracted to Lord with material outlook, then also Lord reciprocated with her. Imagine devotees who are attracted to him with all their heart, how Lord will reciprocate. And Lord, Valmiki Rishi is telling Lord that, Lord, please stay in their hearts. Third is, those tongue always glorify the Lord. My dear Lord, please stay in their hearts. Our tongues are habituated to do all kind of gossips. Sometimes hours and hours of gossips. And after gossiping for 2 hours, we say, what we have to do? Leave. But why we were gossiping for 2 hours, we don't know. So much gossips. We see in trains or flights now, people are always on their phone. That's also gossip. What they're typing, whom they're commenting, whom they're replying, we never know. And then we tell them, you chant one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They say, koi chota mantra nahi hai kya? You have some smaller mantra? It's too long. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Such a long mantra we have to chant. Give us some small mantra. This power of speech has to be utilized in the service of Lord, glorifying Lord, speaking about Lord. One time Srila Prabhupada was taken to a program, traveling for hours, and when he reached there, only 4 people came to that program. And devotees were feeling so embarrassed that we made Prabhupada travel so long, and Prabhupada is so elderly, became so exhausted, and only 4 people came to that program. After the program, they apologized. Prabhupada, we are sorry. We brought you here, only 4 people came. Prabhupada replied, I'm like a cow. You can milk me in front of 1,000 people, or you can milk me in front of 4 people. I'll give same milk. Because it's not about the audience, it's about glorifying the Lord. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would say, even if nobody is hearing your preaching, Lord sitting in the heart is hearing it. And He becomes so happy that you are remembering and glorifying Him. That is Krishna consciousness. Nobody is a failure. Even you are sitting alone and glorifying Lord, Lord is hearing that my devotee is glorifying me. We all have this experience, right? You are passing by some room and you overhear your name. What do? How many of you just walk away? Okay, let them talk about me. I don't care. Anybody? No, we stop. What they're talking about me? I have to make sure they're speaking good things about me, right? In the same way, Lord also is eager. When we talk about Him, He becomes very happy. So Valmiki is saying, my dear Lord, please stay in the hearts of those who always glorify You with their tongue. 4th, those who always smell the flowers and tulsi offered in Your lotus feet, please stay in their heart. In this material world, people, they are smelling all kind of obnoxious things. But devotees are so fortunate, they get opportunity to hear flowers offered to the Lord, tulsi offered to the Lord. And not great science. You see, even 4 Kumaras, who were biggest transcendentalists of this world, they became devotees just by smelling tulsi offered in the lotus feet of the Lord. That's it. Krishna consciousness is so simple. 5th, those who always take remnants of prasadam. Those who always take remnants of things offered in Your lotus feet. Not just foods, not just foodstuffs, but anything offered to the Lord, if you get, accept it with gratitude. That is Lord's mercy. Actually, for prasadam, even demigods, it's rare even for the demigods, this Krishna prasadam. We are very fortunate. 6th, my dear Lord, please stay in their hearts those who always endeavor to come to Your temple. Those who use their legs to visit Your holy places, please stay in their hearts. Purpose of legs is not to go to material things. Purpose of legs is to go to temple of the Lord and dance in front of the Lord. 7th, my dear Lord, please stay in their heart those who always serve Your lotus feet. Not just going to the temple, but offering some practical service. 8th, my dear Lord, please stay in their heart who always chant Your holy name along with their families. Interestingly, Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, if you want to attain Krishna, if you want to taste the nectar of Krishna's lotus feet, you have to leave home. You heard that? Jadite haripad saroj sudha rasapan karam hridayam satatam parihritta griham kali bhavamayam. What Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying? If you want to attain Krishna, you have to leave home. How many of you are prepared to leave home? Nobody. But same Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Je din grihe bhajana dekhi grihe te golok bhai. If it's same home, family members come together and they chant Krishna's name, they hear Krishna Katha, that home only becomes Golok Vrindavan. Then you don't need to leave home. That is beauty of Krishna consciousness. Valmiki is saying, if somebody with whole family is chanting your name, please stay in their heart. My dear Lord, those who respect their seniors, demigods, gurus, brahmanas as your representatives, please stay in their hearts. Those who worship their guru even more than you, please stay in their hearts. Please reside in their hearts, whose hearts are free from lust, anger, pride, arrogance, and delusion. Please stay in their heart. My dear Lord, please stay in their hearts those who don't see faults in others. Very important for devotees. When we become devotees, we become very expert in one thing, seeing faults. But we have to overcome this obstacle also. Those who don't see faults in others, please stay in their hearts. And they don't see their own qualities also. Okay, I don't see faults in others, but I see many qualities in myself. That is again pride. We see all virtues in us as mercy of the Lord. Please stay in their hearts. 14th, my dear Lord, stay in the hearts of those devotees who consider heaven, hell, every situation, liberation, everything as your mercy. Stay in their hearts. And this we need to practice. Many a times we start complaining, this situation is not favorable. Why Krishna is testing us? Why he is doing this to us? Every situation is mercy of Lord. Devotees need to practice it. And Valmiki is saying to those devotees, please stay in their heart. And finally, O dear Ram, those who consider you their everything, as mother, father, friend, guide, guru, everything, please stay in their hearts. Because Lord is looking for that connection. How many devotees are initiated here? Initiated devotees? Yes. Or how many of you have seen initiation ceremony? How initiations happen in ISKCON? Yes. What we do during yajna? Which offerings we do in yajna? Do we do offerings to Indra? Do we do offerings to Chandra? We do offerings to Pitras? We do offering to any forefathers? Whom we offer our offerings? Only Guru and Krishna. That's it. Meaning, from that day, our exclusive shelter is Lord and His devotees. Nobody else. Because as long as we will have multiple shelters in this world, we will be so distributed that we cannot take exclusive shelter of the Lord. What Kunti Maharani says, my dear Lord, those who are very proud of their high parentage, those who are very proud of their beauty, those who are very proud of their knowledge, those who are very proud of their power, they cannot call you with all their heart. They cannot take your exclusive shelter. But the day we realize that our only shelter is Lord, that day Lord gives Himself to him. Like when Pandavas were fighting this battle against Kauravas, and Ashwatthama released Brahmastra to kill the Pandavas. They didn't even pray to the Lord. Lord saved Pandavas from that Brahmastra. So somebody asked Krishna, Krishna, they didn't even pray to you that you should save them. Why did you save these Pandavas? Krishna smiled and said, you know these Pandavas, they are so dependent on me. If they die, people will laugh at me. That somebody who has surrendered everything to you, you let them die. It will be my disglory. So to save my own prestige, I have to save them. This is Krishna's anxiety. Another beautiful example is Srivas Thakur. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, we chant Panchatattva mantra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advait Gadadhar Srivas. So this Srivas is Narad Muni. And he was a Grihastha. Interesting, Narad Muni is a brahmachari, he comes as Grihastha. So Srivas Thakur was a Grihastha, but whole day he would go around with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanting Hare Krishna. And whole night Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would do Sankirtan in the house of Srivas Thakur. So no scope for home for work also. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu one day asked Srivas Thakur, Srivas, whole day and night you are with me. How you are maintaining your family? How you get money? Do you not become anxious sometimes at what will happen to your family? And all Srivas Thakur said is, 3 claps. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what is this? 3 claps? He said, 3 claps means 3 days, my Lord. First day, if I don't get food, I'll fast. Second day, I don't get food, I'll fast. Third day, I don't get food, I'll fast. But fourth day, if I don't get food, I'll tie rock around my neck and I'll drown in Ganga. Then what will happen? People will come to you and blame you that this poor Srivas died because of you. He was roaming around with you day and night, and because you didn't take care of him, he died. So if you want to save your name, you maintain me. This is devotee. Of course, we don't become burden on Lord. We do our duties and responsibilities. But that surrender element is always there. We are exclusively dependent on the Lord, and Lord takes care of us. And when we have such a merciful Lord, who is so grateful for all our endeavors, we don't need to worry for anything. There's a beautiful story of Gokumar, where he travels to different planetary systems. He was from Bhumandal, earthly planets, and he travels all these planetary system, finally reaches Krishna. And you must have seen that painting. Krishna is embracing one devotee, that is Gokumar. So when Krishna sees Gokumar and Gokumar sees Krishna, they both faint. And after a long time, they regain their consciousness, they both start to cry. And Gokumar asked Krishna that, Krishna, I am crying because I was away from you in the material world, in Netherlands maybe, and finally I reached back to you with so much struggle. I was suffering in separation from you, so my crying is justified. But why are you crying? What Krishna replied? Krishna said, I am crying because I am remembering all the sacrifices you did to reach back to me. Every round we chanted, Krishna is counting. Every struggle we are doing, Krishna is counting. Every time we make sacrifice, Krishna is counting. He is not forgetting any of our sacrifices. So when we do sacrifices for Krishna, Krishna counts it. And when we reach back to him, with ocean of gratitude, Krishna reciprocate with that love. And that love is waiting for us. So Valmiki is saying, my dear Lord, those who accept you as exclusive shelter, please stay in their heart and never leave their hearts. And Lord Ram said, okay, I got my answer, but at least give us a physical place to stay. And then Valmiki said, yes, Chitrakoot, this particular place, you make your heart. So this is a beautiful conversation between Valmiki and Lord Ram. We can take wonderful lessons from it. Now I'll ask all of you. What are the places Valmiki told Lord Ram to stay? Who all remember? You can tell one point. Okay, yes.
Stay in the hearts of the devotees that will constantly listen to you.
Wonderful. Those who always eager to listen to glories of Lord, stay in their heart. Who else? Those whose feet always go to the pilgrimage or temple of the Lord, or even programs of ISKCON, stay in their heart. Yes. Those who do not see faults in others, please stay in their heart. Yes. Anybody else?
Those who speak about glorify Lord.
Yes. Those who always speak the glories of the Lord, stay in their heart. Who else?
Those who offer devotional service.
Huh? I'll think one to each devotee maybe. Yes. Anyone else? Yes. Those who chant the Lord's name alone?
As a family.
Along with their families, stay in their hearts. Who else? Yes?
The people who are eager to see Krishna.
Those who are eager to see beautiful form of the Lord. Yes. I'll take again after giving chance to others. Yes? Anyone else?
Those who smells the flowers offered.
Yes, those who use their nose to smell offered flowers and tulsi. Wonderful. Who else?
Always eat prasadam.
Those who always take prasadam. Always take prasadam is difficult. Those who only take prasadam. Actually, it is possible in spiritual world. We always eat and we never stop eating. Wonderful. Anyone else? Any other? Yes?
Those who only serve Guru and Krishna.
Those who engage themselves in serving Lord Ram and Guru, stay in their heart. Anyone else? Yes?
The bird that only drank water from the cloud.
Yes, wonderful. The example of Chataka bird. Wonderful. Anyone else? Yes?
Those who consider everything as a mercy of of the Lord.
Yes, those who consider everything as mercy of Lord. Whatever is happening in our life is mercy of Lord. Lord, stay in their heart. Yes.
Those that always remain under the shelter of Krishna.
Those who always remain under shelter of Krishna through spiritual master. There was a twist. Yes.
Those whose ears are like ocean.
Sorry.
Those
Those whose ears are like ocean. Yes, they are always eager to hear. Any other point?
Devotional.
Yes.
Devotion.
Those who offer devotional service to the Lord. Any other point?
Those who respect their seniors.
Those who respect their seniors as representatives of the Lord. Yes. Anyone else?
Those whose hearts are free from vices.
Very nice. Those hearts are clean of lust, pride, anger, greed, illusion, envy. In their hearts you sit. We don't want to sit in an unclean place, right? So Lord also want to sit in clean place, clean heart. So Lord, stay in their heart. Anyone else?
Those who completely surrender.
Those who completely surrender to your lotus feet, stay in their hearts. Yes? Any other point? Last point? Yes? Those who don't see qualities in themselves, or if we put it another way, they see qualities in themselves as mercy of Lord, stay in their heart. So like that, Valmiki has given wonderful list. You can refer to it in Ramayana and welcome Lord to stay in your heart forever. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai. Ramachandra ki jai. My God, Premanande. Anyone has any question? Yes.
You said criticism is death in Vedic life, but we're also asked to take criticism with a pinch of salt when offered to us, by the world. So how do you think?
Actually, it is spoken more for Kshatriyas, that for Kshatriyas criticism is like death. But if somebody can take that criticism positively, they can really come over that faults and they can excel in their career more and more, spiritual growth more and more. Like in our Niti Shastra it is told, if somebody criticizes you, he is your best friend. Because he can help you to overcome those disqualifications. So for Kshatriya, yes, insult is like death. But if a spiritual seeker, we talk about spiritual seeker, then criticism is only help. It will only improve that person. So we should accept criticism. But we should see this criticism is coming from a well-wisher or from an envious person. That also we should see. Because sometimes people will just pull you down by the criticism. We should not hear everybody. Like Prabhupada was preaching Krishna consciousness. Some of the his own godbrothers were saying that why are you doing so much for these Westerners and they can never become devotees. And Prabhupada didn't listen to them. Prabhupada continued his preaching. But when it came to good suggestions, one postman told Prabhupada that Swamiji, you are printing this magazine, people will read magazine and throw it away. Why don't you print books? And Prabhupada said, he is actually speaking as representative of my Guru Maharaj. So on one hand, Prabhupada didn't listen to his godbrothers who were apparently criticizing out of envy. But here he took criticism or correction from a postman because it was favorable to his Krishna consciousness. So we have to also see who is our well-wisher and who is just speaking out of envy. Right.
How do we know that?
We have to see the purpose. Is it favorable to my purpose or not? Suppose somebody is chanting. And while chanting, he is using his phone or talking to 20 people. And then somebody comes and tells, Prabhu, I think you should chant nicely. Now, that correction is aligned to your purpose. So you should take it positively. But if it is not aligned to your purpose, if it is completely going opposite, that means coming out of envy. So we have to see what is favorable to our ultimate destination and goal. We should accept it. It's very difficult sometimes when we are given correction. Nobody likes feedback. Now sometimes we go to different programs and Mataji's who cook prasadam, they serve prasadam. And if you eat silently and don't make any good comments, Mataji will come and ask, is salt alright? You want to give some feedback? And nobody likes bad feedback, right? But we should be open to even accept bad feedback, so that if it is aligned to our goal, we will only get help out of it. Any other question? Or anyone wants to add anything?
I can answer one. out of all these 15 points of where Lord Ram will reside, is it all 15 have to be to make Lord Ram reside, or is it anyone?
Actually, Lord is so merciful that when He sees that we are making some endeavor, He gives all of it. Like small children, they make little effort and parents give everything to them, right? In the same way, even out of this 15, we try for one. Lord will see we are eager, He will give rest 14 also. Let's start with chanting of the holy name. Let's start with taking some association of devotees hearing Katha of Lord Ram. And then Lord will see we are eager. We are taking out some time out of our schedule. And Lord will give us everything. He will give us attraction to His form. He will give us attraction to the devotees. He will make all wonderful qualities rise in our heart. But we should start somewhere. And when Lord will see we are eager, He will give everything. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sarveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Should we have some kirtan? Okay. Guru Maharaj used to sing one bhajan which is very much synchronized to this concept which Valmiki told here. Is Meli Chadar Od Ke Kaise? Is Hindi bhajan. How many of you understand Hindi? Okay, so wonderful. So it's a very beautiful song, and maybe I can share PDF of it, or I can show it on screen.